Mic check. Ah, bro, you make me nervous.
Putting it in the box for Michelle, the header, the goal!
Hi, Mom.
Hey, no. Tomorrow. Hey.
Hi, my name is Rey Ortiz. I am class of 2019 at the University of Portland. I majored in organizational communications and I have a minor in social justice, and I am a dreamer. I think being a dreamer overall just stands for seeking an opportunity to better your life and better your family's life as well. I'm originally from Mexico. I was born in Acapulco, Guerrero, but I was brought over to the US in 1999. My parents moved to San Diego, and where I grew up, there wasn't a lot of people that spoke the same language. What brought us together was ball. That was our common language. After a while, we all started learning each other's language. I mean, like a signal with your hand or with your eyes, and I feel like we started speaking the same language when we were on the field. And that grew on me simply because I got to make friendships with people that I would never thought of meeting if I didn't touch a ball. And to see how much joy it brought me and it brought other people that from time to time, their lives were always at risk.
Ray's ability to connect with people, to break down barriers, and I think where I've seen so much growth in Ray is he's been able to be that thread that can combine different spaces that maybe wouldn't fit together.
My father played, my grandpa played, my uncles played, even if it was Sunday league or just like indoor. I was their firstborn, so obviously that's what they wanted me to do, and I saw a lot of joy and I enjoyed it playing, so I think that's what I lean more towards. I got an opportunity to go play for the Galaxy, but since it was too far for me to commute every day, we decided that it would be best for me to move to LA with one of my buddies. It was hard to do that at a super young age. I got to go home probably once a week to go back and like say hi to my mom, to my little brother, to my little sister. And then on the weekends for games, I would come back up and just play. That's one of the things that made it the hardest to leave home.
Ray's unique background is something I can only pretend to identify with. You know, I have no idea what it was like growing up in his environment, obviously losing a parent at such a young age.
My mom was not only a mom, she had the mother figure, the loving, but also she had to discipline me. She was like my dad as well. Even though she was battling cancer, like she would still go and work 2 jobs and come home happy and cook when she got home. And just for that, I'm very grateful. And I think that she influenced me and to be the person that I am today. And I don't know, it hit very hard. I mean, a lot of my friends, when they have tough days, they could always go back and call their moms or call their pops. And even just with simple stuff as like, hey, I'm having a bad day, like, you know, to someone to let everything out to, like I couldn't do that. So I think that affected me, and I looked to my mentors and I looked to my godmother. I think she played a big role as well. They also had a big influence on me coming to college. Nick had a very good class coming in, and I think the team that he had in mind was the team that he put together for us to be successful in that 2016 season.
When I first got to University of Portland, he ended up being my first recruit. When you're speaking about a player, you have to speak about the human side first. And I knew that Ray was a special human being, and everything that he had been through from his upbringing, that he was a fighter. He was someone that was going to persevere. He was someone that was going to represent the program and the jersey very well.
He sat down with my godparents and I at dinner, and he showed us his blueprint, and I knew that he trusted in me, and then obviously I trusted in him.
He knows that I always want the best for him and the team, and so therefore I can coach him and I can develop him and I can push him, and that's what really makes that player-coach relationship special.
It was very easy for me to transition. I mean, I went under the wing of like Eddie Sanchez and Brandon Zambrano. I think those 2 guys really helped me, not only as a leader, but as a player, and they made it easier for me to just do my thing when it came to the field.
Soccer has always been the one constant in his life, and what I'm so proud of is now it's the academic side as well that he can count on, and that's something that will serve him the rest of his life.
Before I got into my freshman year, I really struggled. It was very hard for me to like get my academics down. I didn't really know how to study. After I got done with my freshman year, I knew that I had to buckle down because Nick obviously put in a lot of trust in me, so I have to pretty much show that, you know, that you could trust me off the field and on the field.
Nothing's been handed to Ray, and I could talk to you for hours about the growth that he's had as a student athlete.
My little brother now, he's looking into colleges, which is great, and I feel very honored. Me paving this road for my little brother and my little sister is gonna be huge, and we're gonna keep doing it for other people that we don't even think about doing it for.
Long after the ball goes flat and the lights in the arena go dim, Rey will be an educated young man, and he'll be someone who can think for himself and articulate his thoughts and feelings and work with others to come up with solutions to better the world, and to just be part of that together is really the essence of coaching, is really what makes me do what I do. And using soccer as just that vehicle allows us to have insight into worlds that we would never know about.
When I hear one team, one goal, one family, the main thing that pops out to me is that one family. Every player, when you go into a team, that's what you look for the most, that commitment from one person to the other.
Ultimately, that's our philosophy here, is to use soccer as a vehicle to better people's lives. And Rey, we hope, has a professional career after here, but I know that the idea for social justice that is ingrained in his bones will serve him the rest of his life. And I know he'll go into a community one time and be a leader.
I aspire to be a professional soccer player. To think about playing professionally after I'm done is just a blessing that I know a lot of my close friends and my family members have always had for me, and also I had for myself. But other than soccer, I would like to be like a social worker and help kids that are not privileged enough to have a bed to sleep in. I think it's something that I would love to do because I know I had great role models and mentors that helped me do that same thing. So I would love to give back and show the love that other people showed me when I was younger and help me to where I am now.
This is a sport, and we do it because it's fun and it brings enjoyment, and to just compete at the highest level.
I think one night that I will never forget is winning the WCC championship. Coming together, storming the pitch, I mean, that was one night that I will never forget. And also getting admitted into this university, I think that was one of my major accomplishments as a person. One day at a time, but obviously I think we all have our goals. Our whole team has a goal of winning the conference again this year and making a run in the tournament. I think that that's one of our stepping stones. It's just crazy how far we've come. I know from the first group of people that came, it's only Gio and I, so I'm very excited to go hit my last season with my brothers, and I'm ready for whatever's to come. I think we're gonna be ready.
No matter what happens, I always have his back. We're not done, that he gets to be the author of his last chapter, and I'm so excited to see where we can go together.